guys, how's it going? Welcome to MYVIRGINKITCHEN.com. Tonight I am making a lamb stir fry with funky sweet potato in it, green beans, red chilies and a little bit of garlic, and also some noodles on the side. Actually, there they are. I've just whacked them on to boil because I just got this pack of Sharwood's noodles. They cook in like 4 minutes. I've just boiled up some water and just whacked them in there. So I'm going to cook them up and leave them to chill out and then chuck them in the pan right at the end to heat up with all the other stuff. Whew. Right, catch my breath back. First things first, actually, I've had an email from a guy called David Mills from Chester. Thank you, David. He's asked me, he hasn't asked me to cook a recipe, but he's asked if I will cook a recipe with some sort of fancy dress on. So I've given it a thought, and I'm going to wear an afro wig for this one. Here we go, here's my wig. Let's put it on. And there we go. So we will be making the food tonight with this afro wig on my head. So here we go. That's on to boil, and we are making, from the BBC website, stir-fried sweet potato with lamb and green beans and some noodles. Cool. So what you need is, you need this huge thing, a sweet potato. That is actually a potato, but it's a sweet one. Never actually had the chance to cook one of these before. I actually only knew they existed 2 years ago when I went for a roast dinner around a friend's house. So they're really cool, they look really odd and probably be better in place in a Star Wars movie as a prop. But yeah, anyway, they taste pretty good. Some ground ginger, you need a little bit of that. You need 3 tablespoons of black bean sauce. You need a little bit of sesame oil, which apparently is really good for stir fries. Only about a teaspoon of that actually. You need some lamb. I've got 400 grams of that, so that's some good quality stuff. It's actually blooming expensive as well, but never mind. Some green beans, a red chilli, which we're going to cut in half, get rid of the seeds and just finely chop, and also 2 garlic cloves, which we're going to sort of puree up and chop and make it nice and fine. So basically, eventually all that stuff's going to get mixed together, chucked in a big wok, and then chuck the noodles in with it, and it'll be yum yum, easy peasy, hopefully, fingers crossed. If I can get this hair out the way and it's all good, yeah, we're ready to go. So first thing I'm going to do is peel that interesting potato looking thing, and get my garlic sorted, and my chilli, I'd say get rid of the seeds and not rub my eyes. So do that, and once that's done, my noodles should be diddy? My noodles should be diddy? No, they should be ready. So I'll put them to one side to cool down, and then we can start to merge it all together. So I've mumbled enough, let's get going. Just thought I'd give you a little update of where we are. I've taken the noodles off the boil, so they're cooling down. The sweet potato's been cut up in sort of little chunks, and it actually looks a bit like a carrot. But yeah, that's just chilling out. Cut up my little chilli. Still got to do my garlics, and also the green beans. You got to top and tail them. So basically, I'm gonna get my scissors and cut off that end, and then that end, and then cut it in half. So I've got to do that a fair few times, as you see. So I'm just about to do that. So we're nearly there. Okay, just want to show you I've top and tailed those now. So the scissors did come in handy. I've got some garlic here, garlic, and a garlic press that I got the other day. I'm gonna give it a go in this and just plonk it in there and see what happens. So you can see. Wow. Alright, that's kind of cool. Okay, so you're left with a little bit of garlic. So do that with the other garlic clove, and that's how you crush your garlic. I think I'm better off cutting it up, to be honest. Okay then guys, let's do this. I've just grabbed my wok, there we go, boom. Put it on a heat. Basically you heat that up until it starts to smoke, apparently. Not smoke with a cigarette, but actually smoke as in fumes coming from the pan. But what I want to do is probably wait till it gets a little bit hot, then chuck in 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil. Okay, so do that. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that pan is actually smoking. That's actually quite cool. Right, so I'm going to chuck in my oil. 2 tablespoons of that in there. Give that a minute. Oh, it's starting to sizzle already. And then what we're going to do is grab our ginger, chilies, and garlic that we pressed and chuck it in there any minute now. In fact, let's do it now. So here's my chilies. Ooh. That is spitting pretty badly. Then goes the garlic as well. And a teaspoon of ginger powder stuff. So we'll get that in there. Give it a stir around. Let it do its thing for a minute. It's about 30 seconds on its own. Right, so that smells blooming good already actually. So now what you do is grab your sweet potatoes and pour that in and stir fry that for about 5 minutes on its own. Okay, and keep stirring it. Okay, there we go, that's been about 5 minutes. What you're gonna do now is grab your green beans, chuck them in as well, stir them around. Apparently you keep going until the beans are brown and then the potatoes have gone a bit more tendery and soft. Okay, just keep doing that. Okay, so what you've got to do is actually just take the, I know it's weird, but you've got to take the vegetables off the heat and into a pan, like so. So they're in there, just leave them to chill out and then bring the pan back up to the heat and we're going to shove our lamb in again, okay? Ooh. Okay, so that pan is actually smoking again, if you can just see that. That's what we're left with. The actual potatoes are just tri-bone and really soft and tender, so make sure they're like that anyway. So now grab your lamb and chuck it all in the pan like that. Boom. You only need to cook that for about 2 minutes until it's like lightly brown on both sides, and then you can start to chuck the other stuff back in with it. There we go then, so that's looking nice and brown. Cooked through mostly. Just gonna chuck the vegetables back in. Give it a stir around for a little bit. Nice and colourful actually. A bit like a rainbow in a stir fry dish. Or in a wok. Rainbow in a wok, yeah. So all we're going to do now is grab the black bean sauce. Right there for that. Black bean sauce. Pour that in. Like that. And give it a stir around. Mix it all in together for about 5 minutes. Cool. Right, so that is smelling good. So all I'm going to do now is grab my noodles. Chuck those in there. Okay, I'm going to have to break those down a little bit. Looks a little bit like a helmet at the moment. I'm going to break those down. A little bit of the sesame oil in there as well. Do this one-handed. Look at this, like Tom Cruise in Cocktail. Right, a little bit on there. Stir that all in again. I'm going to need 2 hands for this, so I'm going to have to stop. Okay guys, there we go, all done. Mixed it in. All that's left to do is to spoon it up onto a plate, and it smells great in here, so I can't wait to eat it. Et voila, there we go. Let's bring it over on the table. And you see I've got my cheeks chopsticks, like a clothes peg. Really cool. So just get munched straight into that. Give it a go now. Wow, that is really good. So if I can do that, even with a wig on, anyone can. So have a go yourself. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you next time.